anyone who tells you otherwise is just selling you something.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's actually a mark of maturity to live with uncertainties.
Right.
It's not religious hocus pocus.
Right.
We all live with uncertainties. And here's the other part. We all have to live somewhere. We all are going to adopt we all are going to have, even if we haven't articulated it, we have a certain narrative or script that we're living by. We assign meaning and value. And yet we can't prove why we should be living for this over this in a kind of hard rationalistic way. There's going to be mysteries and uncertainties. So actually a mature life, I would even say an intellectually mature life, is learning to live with certain uncertainties. Yeah. And yet Christianity is this big picture that explains so much and yet leaves us with some mystery, but ultimately a God who in Christ has run to us and has come to us. And so even as we don't have all these answers, we can trust a God who in his Son has died for us. And so that gives me even great hope that in the end, when maybe this is all worked out for me, maybe I know I'll get more of the picture one day that, well, we'll see how God was actually pulling these things together.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that the story of the whole Bible, right?
Yeah.
You look at Abraham sacrificing his son Isaac, being asked to do it, and thinking, how could I reconcile this with the promises that this seed is the channel to keeping God's promises that will bless the nations? But that's where trust comes in. I think when you look back to someone or the hallmarks of faith, like Abraham, he still had doubts and questions and confusion, but that's, of course, what faith's all about.
Yeah, and I find solace in when you actually study theologians and you study the past, you realize that they had doubts.
Oh, yeah.
They were okay living with mysteries. They were okay at changing their minds at times about different things, and they saw themselves as very finite creatures. And I think part of, again, where doubt can help us is it kind of unmasks our pretensions, and that we are dependent creatures, we are finite. Mm-hmm. And so to kind of grasp for this ultimate knowledge is actually, it's not the human way, and it's not the way to flourishing. So we have to live with some of these uncertainties.